Craziest shit I had ever heard in my life. One of the questions was like, how would your family feel if you never came back? Like, if they never seen you again? Like, girl, who asks that, first of all? But anyway, I kept going with him. So I'm listening.
You kept going? Why? My nigga, I'm hopping out the window. I'm jumping out the window while it's on drive.
I was dancing in this little hole in the wall in New Orleans. And I had met this girl at the strip club my first night. She was telling me how she was best friends with my best friend, but I had never heard of this girl a day in my damn life. So when I asked my friend, at the time dance partner as well, I was like, hey, do you know this chick? She claims that she knows you. And she was like, yeah, she's cool. You know, she's been dancing here a long time. We consider her like an OG. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'm already getting in with the OGs. And if you know, you know, like when it comes to dancing. I actually knew I was literally a baby dancer, like 19. I'm 27 now. She invited me to brunch the next day. Mind you, I didn't stay in New Orleans. I stayed in Mississippi. And I didn't have a car at the time. Like I said, I was like freshly out of high school. Then she pulls up in this
Damn, freshly out of high school, you immediately get to dance about it? You didn't try anything else?
Mercedes, and she texts me that she's outside. So yeah, I get in the car. And she was already being a little awkward. Like, she was cool for the takeoff. But y'all, once we got on the interstate, craziest shit I had ever heard in my life. One of the questions was like, how would your family feel if you never came back? Like, if they never seen you again? Like, girl, who asks that, first of all? But anyway, I kept going with him. So I'm listening.
You kept going? Why? My nigga, I'm hopping out the window. I'm jumping out the window while it's on drive.
And I'm just telling her stuff. I'm telling her, like, why I started dancing. You know, what's my goal dancing. Because at the time, I was really into, like, just the pole work of the... I cared too much about shaking ass and shit. And she was real fit, y'all. Like, this... I don't know. So also, I started to notice on the ride, you know, to New Orleans, I would ask to go to like fast food and stuff. She didn't eat fast food. Like I said, she was real fit, and she had a very strict diet. Okay. She's ordering like I think like a parfait or something from McDonald's. I was ordering like all type of stuff, you know. Y'all, wasn't the mission to go get brunch? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm texting my friend. She has my location. I'm texting her. You know, every time that we, you know, make a little stop or whatever, just to let her know, like, everything's okay. Like, I'm with such and such. You know, she real cool so far. So, mind you, while I'm making these phone calls, the girl is also making phone calls, but it's like a man's voice I'm hearing. I mean, every time we stop, y'all, we could literally, like, and I brought my little chihuahua, too, at the time with me as an emotional support animal. I didn't care at all. I bring my dog everywhere. She would stop and like call this man every single time we would stop or pull over. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I told my friend, I'm like, girl, does she have a boyfriend? Like, I'm texting her like, hey, you know she got a boyfriend or something? Because every time we make a stop, she's calling this man, telling him where we at. My friend was taking too long to respond.
Tell y'all where he at. Where's she at?
You know, if there was like a man involved or whatever, did she have a man? Okay, we get to the girl's house. Y'all tell me why we walk in and her lights are out. Her lights are out. So I'm thinking to myself, like, you know.
I thought the mission was to go get brunch. Why are you going back to her crib? You barely know this thought. See, you're being too trustworthy already, my nigga. You ain't, you barely know her.
What we gonna do if the lights out, you know? So guess who she calls? This man. So she's like, hey, like, the lights are out. Like, what are we supposed to do? I'm supposed to be getting ready for brunch, but the lights are out. Like, it's like as if the lights are out was like a fucking key word or something. Then we go to this hotel, motel type of place. Mind you, I keep telling y'all this is like 2015, 16 at the time. So, yeah, motels, hotels, it really didn't matter. So we check into this motel, and girl, when that motherfucker got on that phone that last time to tell that man where we was at, I lost it.
Yeah.
Because why do you keep calling him and telling him where we at? Why does he need to know every little move? Like, it's not making sense. We get a knock on the door. It's the man.
Oh, shit.
It's the man.
Oh, shit.
He's like, hey, let me talk to you for a minute. Shorty walks out the door. Soon as he says, hey, let me talk to you for a minute, Shorty walks out the door.
Soon as he said, "Hey, let me talk to you for a minute," you should have ran out the door and ran the other way. I don't know. The signs is clear. There been too many signs in your face. I swear that first sign was the most red flag sign that you should have took advantage. How would your parents feel if you never made it back? You should have sucked that bitch. You barely know her. She asking you stupid ass. That ain't no like funny hypotheticals. That's some shit when y'all really locked in, y'all best friends. Y'all could joke about shit like that. Oh, how would your parents feel if you ain't make it back home? I'm just joking. Man, I barely know you. This is not no joke.
So at this point, I'm just looking at like, like, yo, what's good? And he was like, hey, such, and you're going to need my number from now on. So I'm like, all right. I start putting it. I'm going along with it. I'm like, all right, what's your number? I put the number in my phone, and I'm like, what do I need to save it as? Like, what's your name? This man says, save my number in your phone as King.
King.
So at that point, I literally lost it.
Well, I thought he was going to say daddy. I swear that was I really thought in my head he was going to say daddy. I thought he was going to say that shit, but he said King. Okay.
I lost it. I already knew what was going on. I had, at this point, acted like I needed to go to the restroom after I got his number, and told him it was nice to meet him. Was waiting on the girl to come back. When I came out the bathroom, she still wasn't there. It was still the nigga. Even taking a next breath without asking what the is going on. So he begins to ask me, how do I know my best friend? Like, no, how do you know my best friend? It's like, oh, she's been one of my girls for a minute.
Oh.
One of my girls, like, what the fuck do you mean?
He doing a scouting report right now.
She's been one of my girls for a minute now. Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck have I gotten myself into? I was literally shaking in my motherfucking pants at this point. Get a knock on the door. Do y'all want to know who it is?
The girl. It's either the girl you was just with or it's your other best friend. The one that said she was best friends with the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I guess this how it go, though. This is what happens in the clubs with thotties and pimps and all this extra shit, bro. They just... Because you got to think, if you 19, you fresh. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no, like, old John that got, like, a strong mind and know what's going on. They going after you young. Because they trying to take advantage young. So that's what he trying to do. He like, okay, we got some fresh meat right here. Okay, save me as king. Yeah, you my slave from that. All some weird shit, bro. You got it. But they see the money. They see the jewelry. They see all that shit. They like, oh, I want that. And they go for it. You know what I mean? And some smart. And they be like, no, I'm not going for that shit. I don't care how much money you give me. I'm not being no prostitute or like what?
I'm seeing all of you guys' comments, which I haven't even got through half of them. But let me first start by saying, why would I lie? Also, I think you guys are forgetting the part where I said we were on our way to New Orleans, so we made a stop. That wasn't the brunch spot. She came early that morning and came and got me. And I wanted to get something. I ordered something, and she didn't really eat fast food because she was on a strict diet, so she got a parfait. That's what I said. Also, the question that she asked about me never seeing my family again, it didn't strike a red flag to me at the time. Now, you have to know, like, when you're restating a story, everything to you is like, wow, okay, I get it. I didn't feel like that while it was happening. And when she asked that, she was putting it in a way of like, like, what if you like it here so much that you, like, never want to go back home and shit, like... But that's what she said. How would your family feel if they never saw you again? She
ain't no way you could put it to make me feel good about that shit.
Did say that. But we were already talking about other stuff. So that's why it didn't really strike to me. So yeah. Alright. So part 2. My best friend is the one who knocked at the door.
Told you. Did I tell y'all that? Give me my pat on the back because I told y'all that shit, bro. I told y'all that. I'm not stupid. I know what's going on in these stories. I knew it was gonna be the little thotty best friend. Cause she probably knew what was going on this whole time. She probably set this shit up. Did she? Hey, we'll see if I'm right at the end.
Because they go and open the door. And my heart dropped to my ass. It kind of like crushed my heart because I felt like I was in a twilight zone. if you know what I mean. I kind of felt like it was the end for me because, mind you, I had been texting my friend, and my friend had kind of like stopped texting me as soon as I asked about the guy. So when I first seen her, my first reaction was like, how could you? Yes, girl. I'm like, girl, what the fuck you doing here? Literally. If you know me, you know me. I curse a lot, so I'm really giving y'all the PG version.
Yeah.
What you doing here? And she was like, girl, I was just trying to put you on. Don't think too much. Don't think. She kept saying, don't think too much. Don't think too much. I was just trying to put you on. I was just trying to put you on. It's not funny. It's not funny. But it is funny now because a lot could have happened, but it didn't. But yes, we did fight. We fought.
Yeah.
They jumped me.
Oh, shit. Shit.
They did jump me, but I
didn't expect that. I thought you was about to get the one-on-one with the best friend. Damn, they jumped you? That yeah.
was not one of those little bitches that didn't have their own money. I very much had my own money. I just didn't have the resources. Of course, after that, I left out. I called my family. I called my sister at the time. And she came and got me from New Orleans. I had to go to a gas station with my stuff. I waited like an hour for my sister to come get me. It was my sister and my best friend, which was also like my brother's baby mom at the time. So if you're watching this, put it in the comments and vouch, because I don't know why they think that I would lie about this. So yeah, I didn't want to give y'all a long story time because I didn't know the first one was going to blow up the way it did. And I was only calling the girl my best friend because she was really like a dancer best friend. You know, you don't know nobody else in the club, so you just call on your best friend. Kind of like you call somebody a cousin.
What the hell?
Also, another thing about the club, I didn't even know the club was built the way that it was built or made for what it was made for. First thing that you see when you even go into the club is playing corn on like a portable DVD player. Yeah, this was, like I said, this was back then, 2015, 2016. So the guy is selling like corn DVDs, and that was like the first floor, and then you'll go up these stairs, and once you go up these stairs is the club. Now if I didn't know about this club, I probably wouldn't even know that it was a real place. I probably would have thought it was being set up right then.
Yo, what?
It was a lot of red flags. You guys are
absolutely selling corn.
Right. But if I didn't go through what I went through, I wouldn't have the discernment that I have now in my relationship with God. I wouldn't have that.
Yeah.
All the red flags wouldn't have stopped a little teen fresh out of high school, determined to make it.
Determined to make it by that way? That's determined to make it for you? That's determined to fail for, like, I would label that as determining to fail. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing good from coming out of you being a 19-year-old stripper, my baby. And I never understood why females do that. Why they just hop out of high school and immediately go hop on the dick, my nigga. Like, there's nothing else you can do. You know what I mean? You can't start a business. You can't learn a trade. You can't learn a skill. You can't be a lawyer, some shit, my baby. Like that. Like, come on. So you can't be mad that they expect shit from like that from you and expect you to go ahead and be a prostitute or do this or sell your body, because you didn't already basically gave that label to you. Like, okay, I'm 19, I'm straight in the strip club, I'm ready to do. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna look at you. They already look at you young and dumb for doing that. So they gonna think you gonna do more young and dumb shit. Oh, okay, come over and get her to sell her body for us. Go ahead, get her fuck a couple niggas for us, make a couple $1,000s for us. Come on, bring her over here. You know what I'm saying? Can't do that.
To do something, because in those small towns, nobody gets out of those towns. Back then, I felt like I only had one mission, and that was to get the bag. I wasn't somebody, I was very put up as a child, so I didn't really know too much. And I think that's, as parents, you think that, you know, having your kid inside all the time protects them from the world, but honestly, it just made me a lot less aware.
That's facts. That's facts.
I never heard from either one of them ever again.
Oh, shoot.
Never even saw the lady ever again. I did dance in New Orleans again, but it wasn't. It definitely wasn't at that club. It wasn't at that club. But I never ever saw either one of them again. It's really easier for it to happen to you, especially from someone that you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's always going to be someone that you know.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I didn't know a lot of people. And I can honestly say it definitely changed my perspective on the word friends, the strip club industry, because that wasn't the last time that happened to me. I wasn't set up again.
Well,
absolutely not. But club owners did try. If you know, you know. I could give you guys more story times if that's what you guys want. I'll be exposing a lot of people in a lot of industries. But if that's what y'all want, though, we can start a series. I'm just waking up and I'm seeing all.
Man, this need to be a lesson for all the young ladies out there, even the older women watching. I know it's some 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds out there watching that might be trying to get on the. That's a little too late to be trying to get on the pole, but if you need to chill. You know what I'm saying? Don't do no OnlyFans, no prostitution, no stripping, all that bullshit, bro. That's only gonna put a bad light on your name, a bad reputation, especially if you just straight out of high school. You damn sure don't need to be doing that. It's other ways to go get a bag out here that's better, and it might be harder. Don't get me wrong. That's why a lot of girls do go try to do stripping and shit and all that, because it's the easy route. You don't got to put in no work. If you got to go learn this hard ass skill to make $1 million, it's like, damn, I got to do that shit for 2-3 years, get good at it till I start making money. Stripping, I already got the body. I could just hop on the pole today and immediately start making bread. Yeah, it's cool. You can start making fast money, but them fast money come with consequences. Fast money come with slow problems. You know what I'm saying? Just like this situation right here, bro. We got to quit that shit, bro. You know what I mean? Be smarter, bro. That's like the bull in the street selling drugs. Yeah, you might make fast money with it, but it comes with consequences. Your ass might be locked up in a few years. Yeah, you might get away with it for a few years until them feds come kicking down your door and take all your asses to jail. You get what I'm saying? So, bro, just do some smarter shit, bro.